I'm going to record another video. And yes, I'm wearing the same hijab because I'm recording back to back. So I'm not an outfit repeater. Well, actually, I am sometimes. So I know my sister likes to make fun of me because I wear the same hijab a lot. But sometimes a girl just loves her hijab colors. Certain hijab colors I just can't. So, and I know some people ask me where I get my hijabs from. It's just Vela. I'm a Vela girly. But lately, my hijabs have been pilling. Like, they're doing this thing where I don't know if any of you guys, any Vela girlies are also experiencing this, or if it's just me. Anyways, um, today I wanted to talk about how to detach without giving up on marriage. So if most of you, if you have watched my video, you know that I talk about one of the biggest things you need is detachment. Detachment from needing marriage and you want to get into a place where you want it because it's nice to have, not needing it because I need it now or else I won't be okay. Because that determines how you show up in relationships, how your quality of the way you go about it, the way you show up, all of it is impacted with on your level of attachment. And even especially your dua gets answered when you're not so detached to the creation. Like you just want to let go. Sometimes that's a test that Allah's testing you with. Will my servant detach or will she obsess over this thing and make it her new uh God, right? To like this is the thing that I need. That's the test, right? You need to detach and learn how to hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakeel. Allah is fully like enough for me. How do we do that is learning how to detach from marriage. Okay? So I'm gonna really break it down for you and I need you to lock down and really what do the kids say nowadays? Lock in. I need you to lock in. The kids, my sisters, they teach me a lot. They keep me young. I need you to lock in and actually like understand what it means to be attached and how to detach because the difference is the meaning you make it mean about you and what you're looking for exactly. So I like to give simple examples to kind of drive the point home. In terms of, let's say we're both just going for ice cream. Okay. Ye- let's say I'm someone who really loves ice cream and I'm gonna go get ice cream. And I'm gonna go get it, right? I'm gonna go to the store, I'm gonna get ice cream, and imagine I see that the ice cream store is closed and I wasn't able to get it. I have two choices in that moment. I could make it mean I couldn't get ice cream. I am literally so unworthy and I feel like God doesn't love me because I didn't get ice cream the way I wanted. And how am I ever going to live in a fulfilled life if I can't get my ice cream? And so what I've done in that moment is I've attached my happiness to whether or not I get ice cream because my mind thinks the only way I can be happy is if I get that ice cream. That's the only way. And I have dismissed any other way of potentially even remotely being happy because in my mind, that's the only way I can be happy. So when I don't get it, obviously my brain's gonna think I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm in danger. I need it now because if I don't have it, like what am I? Like how else do I act? How can I be happy? How can I be okay? Okay, so that's me being really attached to needing it. Now I'm giving a simple example because I want you to see how ridiculous that sounds. And I know some of you are thinking, but Lemma, marriage is not like ice cream. Just stay with me for a minute. I'm just showing the point. Now, the healthier way of looking at it is I want ice cream. I would love ice cream. I think it would be an amazing thing to experience. I'm gonna go get ice cream. And I go to the store and I realize there's no ice cream, in my mind, I'll be like, okay, I'll get it another time, or I'll think of, I'll be okay. I'll just go to sleep or eat, you know, I'll find different ways to satisfy my sweet tooth. And so, what does that look like? I go home and I overcome the urge. Either I let myself be disappointed that I didn't get ice cream, so I let myself be sad. I wanted ice cream, I didn't get it. I'm sad, but I don't make it mean that I'm worthless and I don't deserve love and I don't deserve ice cream and I don't deserve what it means about me is that I'm someone who will never get married or never, sorry, ice cream analogy. I'll never get ice cream and I'm never gonna like be okay. Okay, two completely different reactions. When a person is attached to marriage, what happens is they tend to have a lot of meaning behind what it means if they don't get it, or what it means if they do get it, which makes them put it on a pedestal all the way up here. So what detachment is not putting marriage on a pedestal. It's just an average, like, it's just the thing. I'm just going to get ice cream. If I don't get it, I'm okay. Right? It's just a very, like, it's down here. It's not all the way up here. It's not the solution to your life because attachment is when you're really attached to it and you're putting marriage up here, it's because you're struggling with some internal thought that feels really hard when you tell yourself these things. And you're thinking the way to escape from these really terrible thoughts is to be attached to someone else who can save you from yourself. So obviously your brain's going to put it up here. Obviously your brain's going to really need it. But unfortunately, when you need things, you act out, you don't act yourself. It's really hard to actually talk to someone you want. Okay, so now I hear someone say, "Well, then I know women who want really needed it and they got married." And my my question to you is, how do you know the quality of their marriage is what you wanted? How do you know the quality of man that they got or the quality of woman that they got is what they wanted? Is a good one? You don't know. You have no idea. Anything that you put on a pedestal other than God is typically not a good idea to do and will typically most likely result in more suffering later on because we are created to only to to decenter everything in this creation and to center God as the center of our world. That is what we're here for. That's what we're created for. So if you fill your heart with anything other than that, and you're attached to anything other than that, you will suffer whether you see it now or later. And I'm sure if you are someone who is attached right now, you are suffering. I can see it. There's a part of you that feels so unfulfilled for not having it, and that's why it feels like why can't I just have it? Okay. But however, a healthy, detached way of looking at marriage is just like how I use the ice cream example. I would love ice cream. I think it would be an amazing thing to have. And I think I can just imagine what I want. I want like this flavor and that, and I think it would be really good. If I don't get this flavor, I'm fine with this flavor as long as like this is it. And you're just imagining like in such a healthy way that it'll be a really good time. But you will be okay if you don't have it. Because like at the end of the day, it has to be Allahu wa ni'mal wakil. God is enough for me. Now, what does that mean? Because I don't want to spiritually bypass anyone and dismiss their pain for not having it. That means if I don't get ice cream and I feel sad, I'm going to let myself feel sad. But I will not tell myself these really cruel things about who I am because I'm not married. So you have to understand that when you are attached to something, it's only because you want the feeling that comes with it. I want ice cream because I think it'll f make me feel good. I want marriage because I think it'll make me feel more worthy, more loved, more chosen, whatever's coming up for you. You have to identify your inner work is to identify what is it exactly that you're after and to fill it with yourself and to get it from God. And I know a lot of women have uh, you know, trauma from the way their parents were raised or whatever, but mother wounds, father wounds, all of that has impacted your relationship with Allah where it feels really hard to access that. It feels like you don't deserve to access that kind of love and feeling chosen and feeling wanted because it just feels like the only way you can get it is through a man, or if you're a man watching this, through a girl. And it'll just make you like hyperventilate why can't I just get it, like why can't I just get it? And the panic and the whole nervous system just feels so dysregulated because of that. And so to kind of summarize what you want to do in order to detach and not give up. Because here's another thing I've noticed. Women who are like, I need this, and they come to me and we work through it, and they're like, okay, I don't want it anymore. And I'm like, no, 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 come back. You do want it. If you're someone who's like, well, why would I want it if I don't need it? Why would I? Well, because you've been practicing your whole life thinking I only go after something if I absolutely need it, like a survival thing. But you are worthy of going for ice cream. You are worthy of and deserving of going for something that you want. You can still want something and go after it, and you have to train your brain to find a way to still go after things that you want, right? So if you want something for fun, for funsies, you'll find a way to make it fun and you'll go after it. So what happens is with my clients, especially, we go into a mode of more of an adventurous, open, like I wonder what Allah has in store for me, instead of this like all or nothing, like okay, I'm either all in and I need it or I'm out and I don't really care. It's just, there's a middle. There's a okay, let's find out what's in store for me. What skills should I work on to improve the way I show up in my relationships, to improve the way I talk to potentials, and evaluating everything I do to make sure like, I'm showing up the way I want. And how is my dua going? How is my conviction in my dua? How is my self-concept, the way I interact with the opposite gender? How is all of that? For the sake of growth, for the sake of let's find out what Allah has in store for me because I believe Allah has answered my dua and so I'm going to go after it. Notice how that feels much lighter. It's not this attached like I need it to happen now. It's more of if it happens, it happens and let's see what happens and when I really, you know, want it from a place of wanting it and it'll be so much fun. So I'm going to leave you with that. I want you to really identify the thoughts that make you feel really attached. So specific sentences. If I don't get married, then that means what about me? Okay, if you have any version of a negative thought and you think when you get married that thought's going to go away, that's the problem. So you want to shift it into something else. And same thing, if I get married, then I'll be, what is that? I'll be what? I'll be chosen, I'll be worthy, I'll be what? So that's what you also want to identify. Those two things are controlling your decision making, and that's going to impact who you choose, how you choose it, and the way you show up in marriage, after marriage, and beyond. Okay. All right. So, alhamdulillah, I think that's enough for now. If I have more, I'll add on to it later. But inshallah, I'll see you in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.